Check Groth Areacodesbasketball.com. Shout out to Johnny Hernandez, my man on the West Coast from Next Level Connect.
This is your man Johnny Hernandez, Next Level Connect, here with my boy Chad Groth from Areacodesbasketball.com. You guys all know who he is, the man behind the Compton Mag, the Adidas Elite 8 in the desert. You know, I was there repping with them also, but we're right here at the Compton Magic Memorial Day Tournament, Chad. You know what I mean? Talk to me about some top squads that are out here repping.
Well, you got Compton Magic Elite, Compton Magic Black, Inland, which is coached by Kool-Aid, Texas Cagers, the Magic, coached by Joe Ward and his all-star crew. You have several teams from all over, and Latino Select out of El Paso, Texas. They're up and coming. They've had a good spring. Saw them play in the Full Court Press Easter Classic, and they got a couple young prospects. One 6'10", 6'11", both 2013s that are under the radar right now, but you'll see their recruitment rise.
I hear you on that. Okay, you know, I want to talk a little bit about individuals. You know, talk about some names and some players that are, you know, wrecking shop out here, Chad.
Well, you got in the class of 2011, you got a couple prospects still available. Mervin Lindsay, who's an excellent shooter, defends well, very long, 6'7" in length, plays with Inland out of Moreno Valley, and the latest I've heard, Texas Tech, Marquette, and recent Kansas has some interest in Merv, but I see him fitting the style of the Big East, so Marquette wouldn't be a bad one. Also, next guy on the block, Kasim Dixon out of Las Vegas High. Kasim plays with 24/7 hoops. They played very well this weekend. Kasim is a guy, low to mid D1 prospect who should get somewhere. If not, he has to fall back on a couple of JCs. And then last is Shakir Smith, who recently joined the Compton Magic. Shakir's from Tucson, Arizona. Very outstanding shooter. Great defender, about 6-foot guard, and he'll be probably one of the first guards to go in July when the coach will be able to see him. And just too bad the coach couldn't see him now; he'd have been already picked up.
I hear you on that. Okay. You know, what about any other players you want to mention?
Yeah, 2012, of course, you got Gabe York, probably the best prospect here. Dylan Jones with the Texas Cagers, he played very well. There's a kid, Broderick, plays with Earl Watson's KC 76ers team, and then bounce down. There's just so many prospects here. You know, you got over 1,000 kids. I wasn't able to see all of them. I try to see as much as I can. But Broderick Jones is an 8th grader right now, 6'10", very long. Plays with Harold Jones with Hoop Session. This is only their, I think, second tournament out of the gate, and he's probably the best 8th grader I've watched all year. I like the kid Zimmerman out of Vegas, Steven Zimmerman, but Broderick's got upside. He handles the ball well at 6'10", block shots, plays both ends of the floor, takes pride in defense, and I don't see anything but upside for that kid. So he's on my scouting report, and I've got a lot of calls early about him, but he's a kid that I'll be watching a lot next couple years.
Okay, hear you on that. You know, I was at your Adidas Elite 8 in the desert. You know what I mean? Very well-run event. You know, a lot of teams out there from all over. You know, coming in and wrecking at your. You know, talk about the Elite 8 in the desert. You know, since that's your event. You know what I mean? Definitely put it on the map. You know what you got.
That is one of my signature events, the Elite 8 in the desert. This was presented by Adidas. Every year it's been able to climb. It went from 8 teams originally, then ended up having 16 the first year. Now it's at 48. Try to keep it around there. One of my business partners wants to expand it to over 100 and make it big, but we'll see what happens. And had full support from, and shout out to Ato, who's the owner, president, CEO of the Compton Magic, who helped bring Adidas in. He's just done a great job with the youth, but he helped the tournament just explode to what it is today. So I got to give all credit to him for all the support. The Elite 8 is to me one of the best events that was attended by scouts, college coaches, followers. but that have had ties into to calling and getting reports and write ups on guys just because of the talent level that was there from Texas D1 Ambassadors and Dino Shagronis' support with Belmont Shore. I appreciate him bringing his guys out there. Las Vegas Lakers with Ben Carter and Roscoe Allen and Gio Guzman, the great kids at Bishop Gorman. I got to give a shout out to them too. But we've had teams from all over. San Francisco flied in 30 kids. Thank you, Nate Ford, bringing the San Francisco Rebels out. He does a great job. San Diego Warriors, San Diego Magic. I can't name all the teams off the top of my head right now, but teams represented out there. It is what it is, and it's going to get bigger. I've already got commitments. Earl Watson committed to bring his team out next year. We're going to have the hopefully Lakers back. Dream Vision, come on. We're still waiting on Dream Vision Oakland Soldiers. They told me they'd possibly come this year. They didn't come. So those are the two teams we're going to try to make sure we lock in for next year.
Okay. I know you do Areacodesbasketball.com, but I know you do a bunch of other stuff, a bunch of individual type events, showcases, things of that nature. Talk about what you do, Chad.
Just trying to get kids exposure on the daily. Just the ones that deserve it are gonna get it. If you're a Division I player, they're gonna know who you are. If you're not a Division I player and you're still trying to go Division I, there's probably a reason you're not. People like ourselves who do recruiting services or a scouting service or promote kids via internet or emails. Coaches know who you play. I mean, it's very hard to only view 20 days out the year, but thanks to guys like us and other people around the country on the West Coast, do the same thing to try to promote their kids. And I think everybody promotes the right one. The bottom line, coaches is going to know who can play in July and who can't. They're not going to waste much time.
I hear you on that. Okay, before I let you go, plug your events, what you do throughout the year. I know you do other, events, but plug your events, man. What you got going on?
Yeah, coming up, July 26th is my JUCO All-American Unsigned Senior Showcase. Last year had over 75 coaches. This year, with the calls already, I expect over 100 coaches, Division I coaches. And JUCOs will be there to look for JUCO players and unsigned seniors. Division II, NAIA, I've gotten a lot of calls on those coaches. So, I'm thinking 150 coaches will be there. It's a one-day event at Phoenix College. That can be found at Areacodesbasketball.com to register for that. But we're selecting. We're only taking the top junior college players in JUCO right now that want to get seen for the next year to come. And unsigned seniors, you have to be one of the top guys to get in. It's got to be selected. No more than 100 players. And we got kids already coming from Florida, Cleveland, Pittsburgh. Kids have already signed up. One prospect coming, for instance, is Oscar Griffin, who played high school ball with Tyreek Evans. Griffin ended up at Baylor's freshman year, point guard, and then he decided to transfer to a JC, who's now unsigned, and he's looking, so I'm putting out some short list of calls for him, but he's one that's going to be there. And then if Shakir Smith is available, Shakir will be one of the top prospects. Last year, guys that get signed out of there were Bryce Cotton from Providence, Osai Woods, who's at Liberty, and Stephen Urich, who's out with Cal Fullerton. And a lot of guys didn't have a JC to go to or an A school to go to, and they signed with JCs out of the event. So this year is one of those events that'll be a marquee stop on the circuit.
I hear you on that, Chad. Well, I appreciate the interview, Chad. I appreciate the love that you show to Next Level Connect always.
Thank you.